Hey guys, welcome back to the channel at Osiris and Phoebe, and today I wanted to talk to you guys about the tier 2 selector that we are getting as the check-in event. So if you don't know, at the end of this month, I think 30th of April, you'll be getting a tier 2 selector, and you can use that tier 2 selector on any character. There are some restrictions, like you cannot get the ultimate, you cannot get X gene character, and you cannot get native tier 2 character, but all the other characters are available and you can get the character from scratch to a tier 2, and that's really awesome. I think you just need to have that character for that selector. For the previous event, the daily 28 days login event, we also got one of such selector, and I used it on this guy. This guy is really awesome at tier 2. I mean, the bonuses that we are getting at a tier 2 really helps him get more damage. And if you look at the details page right now, I am exceeding 4% of critical damage value right now. And let me show you my cards first. I'm getting 0% of critical damage from my cards. So this is my new card setup. I changed my Loki Agent of Asgard card with this amazing Spider-Man card. This is not the best roll that you can get, but after I think 16 or 20 rolls, I got this roll, so it was good for me, so I put it there. My card effect, as you can see, I get 0 critical rate and 0 critical damage, but still in that guy I was getting 200% of critical damage. So that was the reason I took him. He's a good villain. He can get you world boss ultimate clear, really good at Shadowland, and he's really fun to play with. So today I'll be giving you a list of characters whom you can select using the tier 2 selector depending upon your choice. So I'll be dividing the list into two categories. One is the ABX oriented category, and in that category all the players or all the toons who fall into that category can be used in any game modes because the damage output is really amazing. And the second less preferred category is the Infinity Wars update category. Now the character in the Infinity Wars update category are farmable, easily farmable, almost all of them, and they require less material to get them to tier 2. So at the end of the day, it's your account, it's your choice which character you want to tier 2 using that selector. I'm just giving my advice. If you like it, do follow it, otherwise you have your own wills. So let's start off with the character whom you can use from the tier 2 selector that are in the Infinity Wars update. The first one is Spider-Man. Spider-Man with his homecoming uniform was really amazing. It gave him a good amount of CC and a lot of iframes. I must say the iframes were really amazing, and at a point of time he was a meta in timeline. Now not many of the people uses him. People still use him. He's really good, but now Quicksilver can really kick his ass in the timeline battle. So with this uniform, if you're a newcomer, you should get him because he can give you a decent score in ABX. 100k is for sure assured with this uniform if you have built your Spider-Man correctly, and he's really fun to play with. The second character from the Infinity Wars update is Captain America. This guy is going to get a uniform, though he looks really cool in that uniform, and he got two shields now, and I am hoping the uniform would be really good. What I'm expecting from this character is not much of a damage output, but yeah, more tankiness and more good iframes, and I don't know what else to expect. He with the latest uniform, that is the Marvel Now uniform, is really amazing. He's hard to kill in that uniform in the AC scenarios, but I'm expecting more of the tankiness because this guy in the movies or in the game, he's not glass cannon, a tanky character who you cannot kill easily, and he serves the purpose in the game. Really fun to play in the Shadowland scenarios. World bosses, I have never tried him on World Boss Ultimate because mine is at tier 1. I'll be ranking him up to tier 2. Yeah, but that will be after the update if I get his uniform. And as you can see, I'm just having 3477 crystal, and I would be buying the extreme pack, so I would be able to get only one uniform. Let's see what that uniform is. And the third character in this category is Groot. I don't know what to expect from the new uniform, but I'm expecting a lot of skill changes, better iframes, more regeneration because that is expected from Groot. He's a plant, he regenerates a lot, and with his last uniform, that is from the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 uniform, This uniform gave him a ton of damage, great survivability, and a lot of regeneration to himself as well as to the team. In the classic uniform of Groot, the spore portion that was there, that was stationary, and it was just one. But with this uniform, he moves around and spread the potion to different places, and when you step on it, you get the regeneration. So that was really fun, and that was more effective rather than just one potion at any place in the game. So I find this that uniform to be really good, but I recently ranked him up, so I don't have his uniform, but I'm hoping with the Infinity Wars update we'll be getting a better uniform. And in my opinion, selecting Groot as the native, oh, I mean, selecting Groot from the tier 2 selector would be a better option rather than Captain America, because he needs 150 biometrics and all the other stuff are much more than what you need to have in Captain America. He need 150 biometrics and 800 BAM, whereas in Captain America you just need 75 biometrics and 400 BAM. So you can see you require less resources, and many of the Infinity Wars characters require less resources to get to tier 2. And I think Netmarble is giving us these types of tier 2 selector because they are introducing a new tier in the game, that is tier 3. So they want us to get as many as tier 2 character we can before and after the update so that we can work on tier 3 characters. So I'm hoping that in few months or with every update or every few updates we'll be getting these selector, because they are really fun and you just can get a character from 1 star directly to tier 2, and that's phenomenal. I like that. And the third character in this list is again Hulkbuster, giant machine over here. Right now in the game I don't think that this character is really good. You can use him on Shadowland, but yes, if you haven't built him properly you will struggle with this guy, and this guy also requires 150 biometrics. So selecting him as as a character from the tier 2 selector is a good deal, because you need to farm his biometrics and you need to get those biometrics from Shadowlands. So if you're not able to clear Shadowland till floor 15, you might be at trouble and you won't be able to get this character to 6 star. So that's a good way of selecting a tier 2 character. Then in the game we have, where is that blondie now? Okay, where is Black Widow? I can't find her. Yes, Black Widow. She right now in the game gives you a decent amount of damage output. Her 6 skill deals a ton amount of damage, but all the other skills are okay, and she got good iframes and the survivability is really cool. I use her as a support character in my Shadowland floors and she never dies. She stays there, she deals tinge damage, and she really helps me out in Shadowland scenario. But in the new uniform she is having good hair, the platinum color. I really like that color on her, and I'm expecting her to be getting more iframes, more survivability, defense increase, etc. And yeah, more dodge rate because she's a speed character. So we are hoping, I'm hoping to get a good amount of work on this girl in case of looks as well as in case of survivability and the damage output. Then we have the Iron Man, and this is the last movie for Iron Man, so I'm hoping he gets the best rework in the game with the new uniform. The new uniform looks cool, and this character right now in the game is not that powerful. I rarely use him on Shadowland. I use him as a support character only because he's really good at that. He got guard hits, immunity again guard hits, then he got one iframe, and the damage output is really low at tier 1. So I'm expecting the uniform to give him more iframes or more skills in which he can deal, at least one skill in which he can deal damage equal or greater than to that of Ironheart. And yeah, good iframes and good survivability. And again, this character just requires 75 biometrics, so if you can, don't use the selector on him because he's really easy to farm, and you got 4 missions for him to farm his biometrics. So on daily basis you can get 40 biometrics, which is more than enough. Oh, Phoebe is talking on the Alliance chat. And then for the Infinity Wars update, let me see what all other characters I have prepared for. Bucky, this guy also needs 75 biometrics. Right now without any uniform he's crap in the game. He cannot do anything. I mean, at least I'm not able to do anything with him, and I really hope he gets a good uniform. This Captain America uniform really helps him survive a bit more, and it got an iframe which is cool, but I need more from this guy. In the movies, he's a badass, and I want that kind of a feel in the game as well. And now moving on to the other list, you can choose character who you can focus on damage and the overall gameplay that you'll be enjoying with that character. So in that game, Spider-Man is included in this list as well, because you can farm that character, but you need 150 biometrics to rank him up to level 2, so he is in this list as well. The other characters are Sharon Rogers. This is a character, she is a, I mean, total blend of good attack value and survivability. She is really good. She got physical and energy attacks, and before Cable and the others were introduced, she was a character who can take down Proxima Midnight in World Boss Ultimate, and who used to give a good amount of damage value, approximately equal to 900,000 in ABX, that too on no restriction day. So she was a good character, but now she is not having that value. But again, she's really cool. Her animation with this uniform are really awesome, and I wish Netmarble introduces her tier 2 as soon as possible, because I want her to regain her power again in the game. The second character in this list is Robbie Reyes. This character for me is a tier 1 right now. Where is he? Right, yeah, here we go, Robbie Reyes. But this character, when at tier 2 and with a good leadership, can give you a score approximately equal to 170,000 or even more than that, depending upon your build. And 170,000 is on an invincibility obelisk. So this character is really easy to play in the ABX for the Universal Day. With Odin, I'm able to get a score of 240,000, which is really low because Nova can get you a score way higher than that. But with Odin, you need to struggle a lot. I mean, you don't need to struggle a lot, but you will struggle a lot because of how he animates, and the damage output is okay. The damage output you'll get from this guy would be less than Odin, but okay, he is not a native tier 2 character. You need not grind a lot of material. You can easily tier to him using the tickets, and selecting him from the tier 2 selector is really good. He requires 150 biometrics and all the other resources, plus you're saving 2500000 gold, which is a lot in the game, though it's not a lot for me because I got plenty of gold saved up. But again, this character is really awesome for world bosses, for ABX, and for Shadowlands. Even at tier 1, I can go up to floor number 23, in which I get the Agent Venom and the Carnage boss, and it's really fun to play with this guy because he's always an iframe and the damage output is really good as well. The second character in the list now would be another character which you can use on ABX day, and this is Thor. And you're getting a uniform for Thor as well, so you can definitely use that on him because you'll be ranking his uniform to mythic level, because that's how now things work in Marvel Future Fight. You get the uniform till mythic level, you get a reward. So I don't know what the rewards would be for Thor's uniform, but I'm hoping it would be a CTP or it should be a new Avengers card. It can be. Let's see what we can get with his uniform. So my point is, you will rank his uniform to mythic level, then why not tier to him, because you're getting an extra added bonus only, so that's fine. And also he would be getting his tier 3 as well. So from investing that tier 2 selector on this guy would not be a waste. The other one is again Loki. If you're a newcomer in the game and you struggle in the Extreme Mode Alliance battle, then you should go for Loki, because with his newest uniform, that is the Thor Ragnarok uniform, he can get you a score about 250,000, which is really a decent score. Even with with Thanos right now, with the uni of the Secret Wars and with the damage proc, the score that I'm able to get is 290,000, and with an invincibility obelisk like that of a CTP of Patience, The score that I'm able to get with Loki is, I mean, 200 or between 220 to 240,000, which is really good. So if you want, you can invest on this guy because with the new uni, he's really awesome. And again, when you get his uniform to mythic level, you get a premium card, which is not bad, but it was really good for me. That's why that card is equipped on my card list. And for Thor again, you get the uni, you get it to mythic, you get a Thor premium card, which is really good card. And the other character is Hela. She with the new uniform, that is the Thor Ragnarok uniform, is really awesome. And when you get the uniform to mythic level, you get a CTP of energy, which is essential for Cable, Apocalypse, or any other tomb that you use on ABX. So this girl with the uniform deals good amount of damage, good survivability, and you get a CTP of energy. So I think investing a tier 2 ticket, oh not tier 2 ticket, tier 2 selector on this girl is not a bad deal. Then we have again another Asgardian. This is Destroyer. Now, he is not an ABX toon, but he really helps you in AC scenarios. His reflect is really good and it helps you kill characters like Nova if he is not in an iframe skill, and other character who deals the energy attack, who deals energy attack while attacking. So this character as selecting from tier 2 selector is really good. Now, next up in the list is Silk. Again, she is not an ABX toon, but she is really awesome with the uniform or without the uniform as well. Her damage output is good, her survivability is good, and the CC is good as well because she's a spider. She got that webbing, really helpful in Shadowlands. The webbing won't be applied to world bosses, but yes, you can use her in world bosses to get a simple clear against almost all world bosses. I never tested her against Thanos Infinity, so I don't know whether she serves their good or not, but I think you can clear Thanos Infinity as well. It might be a bit cumbersome, but you can do it. And with the uniform, you get 2 seconds extra duration of the webbing, which is really cool. Then we have a support character for ABX Speed Day, that is Shuri. This character without or with the uni is really good. Her damage output is amazing, her survivability is good, and with the uniform, on the 5th skill you get 7 seconds of immunity, which is really amazing. What I usually do is I let Thanos go up in the sky to shoot meteorites on me, and I cast skill number 5 because the meteorite take around 5 or 6 seconds to come down and hit me. So I mean the entire duration they hit, the meteorites hits me. So I let the skill animate and I'm in immunity, so I won't die. So that's fine, you can do it. And her tier 2 passive is really amazing for these extreme mortal line spell Speed Day. It will help you gain more score with characters like Luna Snow or Spider-Man 2099 Spider-Man or Quicksilver, depending upon what you use. This girl will really help you, and for Shadowlands she can give you a easy flawless clear. Then the other character is Ulysses Claw. Again, not an ABX toon. You won't be able to get a score comparable to Cable or any other Blast Mail character, but yes, he is a good villain. You get a chance to have critical damage max out and the damage output with the summons and the other stuff, and the best part is the animation is really cool, and you can use the selector on this guy. This was the guy I used my selector on and I didn't regret my choice. Then you have Wasp. She is a great toon, and okay, I have already advanced her, and she's really amazing, and she's a must-have because she gives the debuffing effect to all the characters in the team. So she's a must-have in timeline battle if you're not using any other debuff leadership like of Odin, Jean Grey, and the new one Angel. But she need not to be in the leadership for the debuff. That's her best part, and she can give you a easy clear against many characters like Elsa, Iron Man, and sometimes I prefer to use her against Dormammu. I don't let Dormammu attack me because her skills are really good. The damage output is low, but you can manage to kill Dormammu with this girl. The next character in the list is, I mean, I personally like them. You may or may not, that is totally dependent upon you, but you can get them. You can either go with this guy Baron Mordo or with Ancient One. Both of them are really good for Shadowlands and they can get you a world boss clear easily. And one thing, The all the characters I'm talking about is about those characters who are really good on a general basis. So anyone who is new in the game can use the advancement material on this guy. I'm talking about the selector. And for those who have a good roster, they can go with any tune in the list because they won't require a specific character to clear a specific floor or specific world boss or something like that. So keep that in mind again. Oh, now the next character is Yellow Jacket. This character with the uniform is really amazing. The damage output is increased by tons, and one animation is changed, though that is not an iframe, he might take it, but the damage output is really cool. The uniform bonus is fine. I mean, it's amazing. You get 25% of damage increase to superhero types, and that really pays off because he's a supervillain, he deals more damage to superhero types. Really good combo. And the last character in the list is one of my favorite character. I really love to play with him, and if you can get the uniform for newest uniform for this guy, you should. Black Panther. This guy is really amazing with the newest uniform, which is Marvel's Black Panther uniform. This uniform looks amazing. It has the purple glow in the buff skill, and the damage output and the and the survivability is really good. If you can equip a CTP of energy on this guy with a good build, you can get the scores way higher than you can get with Wolverine, and with him it is easy to play against the Frost Beast on the ABX day because Frost Beast uses snare effect and he got iframes and immunity, so you won't get snared without snare immunity obelisk. And yeah, he's really fun to play with. You can go with any other character as well. This was my list, and you can add on this list Scourge as well because he's really good character for the ABX super combat super villain day. He really pays off there. Good damage, good survivability, and if you cannot afford Carnage, this guy can get you a decent score till the time you don't have Apocalypse. So that was my views about the characters and different stuff. So I would love to know yours. I would love to know whether this list was helpful to you or not. If you enjoy this content, don't forget to like it, subscribe to our channel, and yes, one more thing. We have a Snapchat account, we have Instagram account, Facebook, and we have a Discord server. All the links will be mentioned in the description box. If you like, do come there. We'll have a friendly chat. In Discord, we have a lot of madness there with people who are really passionate about Marvel Future Fight, and we have people who don't regularly play the game, but they are entertaining as well. So do come there. We'll enjoy a lot. If you like this video, I hope to see you soon again. Have a nice day, guys.